So here's what we're using for the thread lifting. I'm sorry. I'm using the 19 gauge 100 millimeter.
Can you turn the package around? Yeah, so it's the Rejuvenate
Yes.
threads. They're made out of polydioxanone,
Absorbable suture. Yes.
heavy metal free. Okay. Nice.
And then there's a date on the back of these. They're good for life. So what I'm going to do first here is I'm going to use the lidocaine with the epi. So I use 2% lidocaine with the epi to control the bleeding.
How many cc?
I inject a half a cc at each injection point. Fabulous. You're already looking fabulous.
Do I look 4 years younger?
Already. So when you're doing this, so what we're talking about doing with the threads is lifting this. Sit real straight up there, Miss Stephanie. And she's got just a little bit of this right here. So I think we need to do at least 3 on each side. So we're gonna pull up and back, and then this little jowly area needs to come up. And so by doing that, it's gonna give her this nice smooth look. Now see these, can you see all these little acne things? That's what we're gonna use the exosome and the PRP stuff. So when you're doing the threads, you have to be careful because as you know, there's a big artery going in right down in front of the ear. So you wanna make sure and stay away from that. So I generally go right around the hairline just and do a bleb, and of course you'll aspirate, so you want to make sure you're away from that artery. Did that scare you?
No, I mean, I
Just
completely
kidding.
trust you.
I know, I'm just kidding you. All right, so, and I'm using a 30 gauge 1/2 inch needle, and we're just going, no blood, so we're just going to inject about a 1/2 cc, and just bleb it right there. And then that will turn white due to that epi. And I just numb it because I'm going to use an 18 gauge needle and I don't want her to feel the prick. So right where we put the lidocaine is where we're going to make the little hole with the 18 gauge needle. Now, we know we're not in a vessel because we have no blood coming back, so that's a good thing. We're going to bathe the thread in exosomes.
Let me see if I can zoom in on.
So it's a hollow catheter and there's a thread inside of it, and at the very end it's open and there's a little spoon scoop on the end. So I'm going to put the exosomes in at the top where the thread is, a couple of drops, and it runs down the thread and the thread absorbs it, and then I put it into her face. So it makes the results fantastic.
Yeah, as you can see on the end there, it has a little bit of a lip up so that the liquid doesn't just all spill out.
So I'm going to, this is the 1 cc of exosomes. So I'm going to put just a little bit in. So I can see at the end, there's a little liquid. So I know that it is bathed the thread all the way down. So now the thread, you can see where the end of it is right here. So it's going to pull her little jowl up. You doing okay?
Mm-hmm.
Did that hurt?
No.
Now when you take it out, you're gonna, it will leave the thread in there, so. This thread has little teeth on it, and so I'm just popping those little teeth out. Then you can pull on the thread and see how it's anchored in there.
Good.
See there? Nice, very nice. Now we're just gonna leave it till we get them all in.
When she rubs it, Stephanie, do you feel anything?
No, I don't feel anything.
Hole, and we're gonna aim for right here. Now see where we're at? The corner of her mouth,
Mm-hmm.
which is right where we wanna be. You feel
Can
that
you
little?
penetrate the other side? Come out in the lip by accidentally?
No, because it's a cannula and it is not a sharp. It's not sharp
Okay,
on
it's
the
not
end.
sharp, okay.
No, sir. So, you can see where we have that one. We have them both now pulling this whole area up, and we're going to aim for right here with the third one. Now we ended up right here at the nasolabial fold. Now, you don't want to get too close to this area right here, even with a cannula, because you know you got a lot of vessels coming out. So I usually aim just right below it. And when you're rubbing it, you can feel the little teeth kind of pop out. Do you feel that, Stephanie, a little bit? You feel that popping?
Yeah.
Now, like tonight, when you yawn or stretch or something, you may feel another pop. And I've had patients say, "Oh, I think I broke my thread. It popped after I left." That's just more of the little teeth popping out. So now she's got a nice little lift here. So Dr. Travis has got this nice little kit here that you need to have with your threads. And it's got some surgical scissors in it and a couple other little things. So, you know, flip that around, let him see the front of it. Just a little suture removal kit. And so I just take the little sterile scissors and
That's it? You just cut it? No knots, nothing?
nope, that's it. Got a little bit of scar tissue in there.
Is that what you're encountering? You think a little scar tissue?
Yep, from the acne scarring. So it's a little bit, you can feel just a little bit of resistance, and I can see that she's got some acne scarring in here. So, and I'm in the subdermal, so that's just a little bit of acne scarring resistance. You just have to push through it.
But did she feel pain? She was very
She probably,
Yeah.
she felt a little bit because of that acne scarring. But see where we're at? We're right here. So, out. She's got a little bit more acne scarring on this side than she does on the other side. Just take a deep breath and relax. Perfect.
That one wasn't as bad as.
No, because I was a little higher and we were away from most of that acne scarring. So, and that's pretty much it, other than you just adjust it back and pull it nice and tight. And then we're just gonna clip it. And when you clip it, you wanna pull up and push down. You don't want any threads outside.
How do you?
How do I do it? I do it as I look at it. And say I got one side tighter than the other, I would just pop another thread in and pull it up. Make it equal. But hers looks very good. Very nice.